So these are my thoughts on sugaring, on tricky, if you want to call it that. I'm Casey Redbeard, passport bro extraordinaire. Dated some 8s or 9s, have unlimited B-roll and unlimited people who have watched me do this live in person without spending a dime on them other than their Uber and their Dare. Unfortunately, however, the world globalized, thanks to social media, sexual marketplace is becoming actually that, like a literal bazaar, like a market. Like imagine in the Middle East, how they have this, like they're selling fennel seeds here and they're selling, other herbs and spices here and whatever. And this guy's selling, bushels of corn. You walk through a city like Miami, Brickell, every girl, like imagine, when Neo sees the Matrix, has the green text and he's looking around, he sees the Matrix, he's fighting Agent Smith, just without even looking with one hand. When you see the Matrix, you walk through a city like Brickell, you can kind of see that green writing. You can see the price tag that every girl has, because even for a very basic apartment in Brickell, it's like 4 or 5K now. 4 to 5K. Even if to live in Brickell after taxes, after rent, after shopping at Whole Foods, after doing very, very basic stuff, you need to make minimum 250K a year to have even a semblance of a normally halfway decent life in Brickell, Miami, right? These girls are not stockbrokers. I hate to break it to you. The 21-year-old with fake tits who's on the yacht every single fucking day, who's going to Komodo and I don't know, Wynwood, all whatever places are popular in Miami now. She didn't secure a medical patent on some new device that's changing lives through stem cell therapy. I hate to break it to you. They're there because they are financed. So where does this leave us as men, right? Look, are there a few tall giga chads, maybe, 1 in 200,000 genetics guys that can bed these girls for free? Sure. One time, we hired some models. When I say models, you know what I mean? Sugar babies from a website to pose. We'll put in the B-roll right now some of these social proof shots of my friends where friends and clients where we make them look like $1,000,000 by getting, some sugar babies in the photo. Models. I meet them on a sugar baby website. Say, hey girl, I want you to take some photos. Blah, 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 blah. Here's my job. I build a high status social media presence. We'll pay you, XYZ money. Plus, the dinner, the Uber will be paid. Sure, just to sit at dinner. You don't want to touch me. You don't want to no. I'm not a sugar daddy. I'm not a trick. I just want you to do that. And I've had extremely handsome friends who just show up to these dinners, fuck these girls for free. Now, it's not common. Most of these girls don't want some cash, but it has happened. I have seen verified prostitutes, verified sugar babies go off and fuck some gorgeous guy for free. But that's not you, because this video did not get 100K. Okay, if this video somehow went viral, got 100K views, maybe 1 or 2 of you saw this video. I'm talking legitimately 1 in 100 to 200K genetics a man could smash these girls for free. Well, the rest of those guys are paying. And I love how it's funny, you guys see like in a Las Vegas casino or anywhere in some shopping mall in fucking Kurzbekistan, doesn't matter. Oh, we see all the hot girls are sugaring, she's with that tall, semi-decent looking guy. Who said that the tall, semi-decent looking guy or outright, handsy, 7.5, outright good looking guy, young guy, who said he isn't also rich and paying for her? Who said that? Who said all sugar daddies? Bro, to even hire a sugar baby for these photo shoots? That was the flake rate to just, I'm like, look, I don't want to touch you. I'm not an actual sugar daddy. At one point, I thought maybe they were getting weirded out, take photos, public, social media. I don't know where these photos are going. So I'm like, let me just actually fake. Let me just pose as actual sugar daddy, be able to have a higher conversion rate. That's it. There was times where I was like, yeah, let's call and discuss the arrangement and, how much cash I'm going to give you, such and such, right? It was all just bullshit, but it was to just kind of see if they'd be more, and then I could get them on a call and explain the photo shoot when they see me, face to face, at least via video call. Even that didn't happen. I'm like, listen, I know that I look better than most of the other guys on the side. I have this shirt will look what I look like, like a physique shot. I know my physique, my height, my looks is, at least average, probably better than most of the guys on the site. Whether they think I'm going to be their sugar daddy or they just want to get out and take some, I think we offer them maybe $200, which, in their local currencies, at least worth, double that to them, buying power wise. to just sit at a fucking dinner with one of their friends and drink champagne and like take a few photos. What other offers, like what are these guys offering, right? So unfortunately, because of all these other, it's really it's a combination of the men and the women. Well, the biggest problem is the female influencers. I'll do a whole video. I'll do like a documentary style like expose on that, like how it's like truly like actually the female influencers are the ones really really fucking up the game. Because the average hot 21-year-old's Instagram feed or Instagram Reels, TikTok feed is just only date guys for money, only date guys for money, only date guys that are paying you bills, only date a guy if he makes X amount of money, only date blah 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 blah. It's like that's just their whole fucking feed. That's just their whole fucking feed. The a Call Her Daddy podcast if they speak English or I see reels in like Portuguese and Spanish now, depending what country I'm in. And it's like, it's called Man on the Street interview. Like you guys, like you'd like a huck to a girl. It was like a guy on the street doing street interviews. So, that's a common content format. You see the Man on the Street interviews. They'll be interviewing some chick in Brazil or any, Mexico, any Spain and any country. And they're saying the same thing in Spanish, like solo, like salir con hombres que tienen mucho dinero, like only go out with guys who have a lot of money, right? So my thoughts on tricking. Now here, thankfully for me, I don't have to choose between this ultimatum. But if I had an ultimatum of being a fucking trick, of being a sugar daddy, and actually having sex with hot, attractive, beautiful women, or getting girls legitimately through whatever, like not offering them money and dating fucking ugly bitches, I would choose to be a trick and date hot girls personally. Listen, ugly women can be doctors. They can have amazing roles in society. They have value. Ugly women have value to society. Again, they can, be teachers. They can be physicists. They can do things that are productive and good for the world. But from a dating standpoint specifically, at least to me, ugly women have zero value from a dating standpoint. Okay, cool. If she was my doctor, great. If I have something, some illness, great. I don't care if you're hot. You don't have to have nice perky tits to be my doctor. So you're not one of these 1 in 200,000 genetic Chad guys, okay? But you got a little bit of cash. Maybe you're average looking. Maybe you're below it. Maybe you're old. And you've just decided, you just know who you are and your game, your social skills, your height, your looks, your social media presence, all that stuff is not super on point, right? You haven't worked with me to build you a high status Instagram that attracts women for you automatically just by showing, not all women, but with a big strategy and also a lot of volume and a lot of things I don't want to go off a tangent with, works for building you, a strong dating life. You don't have that. And you want to date hot girls. It wouldn't be per se the worst thing in the world to do some sugaring. Now, not condoning to be one of the dirty passport bros, go over, have sex with as many prostitutes as possible. Stop. Not what I'm saying. Do not twist my words, okay? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, look, maybe if you already matched with a girl on Bumble or Hinge and you know that, like, the flake rate is 99% and some, particularly attractive girl, like, she swiped right, at least kind of for some reason, and you just want to open up with, like, hey, do you want a sugar daddy or something like that? If it comes down to that or dating ugly girls, I don't know. Again, thankfully for me, I don't have to choose. I can not sacrifice in beauty. I can still get the beautiful girls without paying for it. I'm 37. I won't be able to do that forever. I'm still, would say my biggest goal in life, besides my business goals perhaps, is finding wifey. I know she's out there. I just don't know if the volume is going to be there for what I'm looking for. Because here's the thing, right? If 1 in 40 to 50 beautiful girls you ever cold approach would sleep with you and hit it off with you, want to be your girlfriend, you'd be the most successful pickup artist of all time. So considering what I want, and listen, I have issues, man. I'm fucked up. I'm super fucked up. My standards are worse. You know those girls on like the whatever podcast, the Fresh Up Hip podcast, you got this, and this. I'm just as bad as those bitches. At least, I am and I'm not. I just want like a young, attractive girl that's submissive, docile, feminine, smart, listens to me, high sex drive, really high IQ. We get along. She's not a feminist. No history of sexual like promiscuity. no history of mental disease, and that's pretty much it. No tattoos, like that's pretty much it. But apparently in today's world, that's so much to ask for. So are those girls that I described out there? Yes, they are. Am I going to be able to find one that also likes me? We'll see. You're watching my life through video YouTube uploads. I haven't followed my journey for, more than 2 or 3 years now. We'll see. Fate will reveal itself through the uploads, and if the algorithm will show it to you. If I'm not more, shadow banned or whatever, fucking hidden by the algorithm that I already am. So I would say this. Again, if you already matched a girl on Bumble or Hinge, or you already followed a girl on Instagram, she followed you back, and you just like opened up a message with, hey, I want to take you to this nicest, most expensive restaurant in town. And like, okay, I'll put it this way, right? If you are matching again on Instagram, a match is when you follow a hot random girl and she follows back, and you're offering to take them to like straight away the nicest, say it's like a $500, dinner between the two, $250 for the both of you, wine, appetizers, the whole thing. You're opening up with that. Your social media is showing a lot of wealth. It's clearly that you're an older guy and she's coming along. That may be a better old. Now, it can also end in disaster. It can also set yourself up for a huge fucking disaster. And I would never try to go down this road without my guidance. So if you are that guy and you're like, shit, he's describing, like, if you're like, oh, fuck, you're like watching this, be like, that's me. I'm the guy that, maybe isn't a giga chat. I'm older and I refuse to settle for a girl that's, fucking ugly. I really want a hot ass chick. I want a hot piece of fucking ass to be my wife and make kids with and build a happy life with. Then do it under my supervision. Okay. But again, I don't think that would be the worst thing, because the worst thing would be doing what quote unquote society wants you to, like the normal thing. You just date an ugly chick. And again, ugly chicks have value to the world. They have zero value from a dating standpoint if you're a guy who likes hot chicks. So again, just to summarize, guys, do it with caution. It'll likely end in disaster. Do it with chicks that you've already, matched with something. And like, you can kind of tell, like, bro, like, when a girl's in love with you, if you're like in the early stages of dating and she's not like attacking your penis, if she's not like especially like I date Latin girls and Latina girls, not all Latina girls, but most Latina girls have a very high sex drive, young ones, the ones I like. It's to the point where like it's obnoxious. It's like, bitch, get your hands off. I fucked you 4 times today. I fucked you 4 times yesterday. I fucked you 3 times. Like, I have no more cum in my balls. Like, give me it to like, no, more. Like, remember this one Brazilian girl I dated? It was just literally never enough. It was just literally never enough. If you're getting that and you're taking her on vacations and to nice dinners and you came out the gate offering that, but she's attacking you all the time and she's super compliant and submissive to you, it's not the ideal situation, because look, if the money runs out, she's not going to stick around. But that's to be said of a lot of girls anyway, bro. That's to be said of like most marriages. The number one cause for divorce is like the money ran out. Fights over money, right? But it wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing. I think dating an ugly chick, marrying a super ugly chick that you're not, look, it's subjective, right? My version, like, of an ugly chick. The only like universally definition of an ugly chick is the chicks that Mr. Lucario dates, this like dating coach on YouTube that calls himself the bad boy of the pickup game. He's the only one that dates like objectively, universally like ugly chicks. I'm gonna debate this guy live on YouTube, and I love this. It's such good content. I fucking love that dude. But yeah, to me, it's like a fate worse than death to be with like a super, super ugly chick. So proceed with caution. It'll likely end in disaster. If you want to do it, don't do it without my supervision. Know what it is, know the risks, know what you signed up for. Follow certain guidelines, the ones I lined in this video, and other guidelines I can tell you about it. Don't go overseas for strictly, like, sugaring is different than prostitution. I didn't say go over there. I'm not saying to go overseas and take advantage of, destitute, poverty-stricken women. I didn't say that, so don't put fucking words in my mouth. I didn't fucking say go over there and be a trick and be a fucking buy dirty prostitutes off the street. I didn't fucking say that, okay? And that's all, boys. Cheers. Subscribe for more.